Okay, we are here at Gracewater here in Sarasota, Florida. And we are at one of the model homes that you see right there, Water's Edge. All right. And Pravana is the home builder here. I'm going to take a peek in this one. And this is an excellent location just north of downtown. Okay. And you get a nice little spot here on your front porch. Sit out, relax, check out what's going on in the community. And this is a gated community just getting going under construction. So a newer one in Sarasota. I know you thought Sarasota ran out of land because everybody wants to live here. However, there are still builders building homes here. So don't be fooled. And close to the water, which we're not very far away from. So with that being said, here we are. We're in the foyer. And this is a one-story, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,200 square foot home, and great size, full-time living or seasonal use. So you got your options on this one. All right, and as we sit in the foyer here, sitting here in the foyer, I should say, it's nice and clean. You got those sight lines that look really sharp, those accent walls, right? And you can feel the open concept design right away, okay? So we'll work our way back. There is a security system here, all right? So you do get that safe and secure with the home. We're gonna go right to the great room there. We're gonna go right to it, okay? So this is the main living area, and they did a fantastic job here. So you've got your kitchen, right? Main living area, and this is the heart of the home for sure. Big open gathering space that works for entertaining and everyday living. All right. And if you're hearing that sharp, loud pitch noise, unfortunately, the fire alarm seems to be dinging just a little bit here and there. So please work around that. But kitchen wise, all right, we got quartz countertop here. Okay. It gives us a nice, bright, clean coastal look, right? So nice thing there. And you do have the impact windows. That's important to mention here. You don't have to worry about dealing with shutters, impact shutters and all that good stuff. You got your impact windows all set to go. Great for living in Florida, right? And your cabinetry here. Got the nice slow close. Might have missed that slow close right there. And the brand name is Aristokraft. All right. All right, you got your Whirlpool appliances. This is a gas community. Microwave here. The quartz continues. A lot of counter space. A lot of folks really need that and appreciate that. And lots of cabinetry to put your supplies in, right? You have your breakfast bar here. Okay, got a 4-seater going on. Another nice accent wall. We'll turn over here to the dining room, right? So the dining area, it's fit for daily meals, holidays, hosting, without feeling cut off from the action, right? So you're in here with where it's all going down. So it's definitely a more casual feel they have here. And really high ceilings, which makes this area feel even bigger than it is. And you can get some quick little looks at the lanai area, which is gorgeous, and we're going to check that out. And it is on the water, hence Gracewater, right? And then just kind of spin around and looking where we came through from on the foyer, right? And before we head, what the heck? I'll show you the primary now. Let's do it. So before we do that, though, you can see this living area here, really nicely set up. Lots of room to spread out. You've got basically, you can sit about 10 to 15 people right here in the living room alone, not even counting the great room. And then glide right over here to the primary suite. So right here in the primary, you are positioned to feel like a true retreat. You're kind of separated from everything else, the main living area, the other bedrooms, the other 3 that we're going to get to here. And you do get a really nice peek at the pool we're going to go check out. Now, these are running about $700,000-800,000 with the land and the pool. So keep that in mind currently. And if you want to know about the concessions that you can get on, please reach out because I will tell you all about them. All right. So anyhow, you get a nice accent wall in there. That's a king size bed. The tile flooring here, all right, which has been throughout. Okay, get your tile flooring, nice and sturdy, just what you need. And then the ensuite. So similar, exactly the same actually. Vanity here for the cabinets that are actually in the kitchen as well. So you have your dual sinks, right? And you can just come in here and relax. Now, it does have a nice looking shower that's in here. Nice little light step in for those that care. It does have a little minor step in there, and you do have a seat. All right, and we can open it right up. Show you a nice smooth glide right there at the door. And you do have that rainwater up there. So, and the ceiling keeps going, as you can see. All right, I do like that clean look. And without the frame, right? It's kind of a nice touch. It's just all glass with some hinges. Really smooth, coastal look, for sure. Of course, you've got the infamous business room, right? I have some of you really liking the fact that I call that the business room. So, and every house needs one. And then you got your walk-in closet, right? With some built-ins right there. They don't have those cheapy metal thin frames. You've got actually real wood. So that's a nice feature as well. Something different you don't see in a lot of the homes. Nice little chandelier as well. All right, imagine looking out that way, and in this particular unit, you will be catching sunsets out of these windows. And there is nothing obstructing your view, really. I mean, you have some houses off in the distance, but that's pretty much in line with the tree line. So you've got a fantastic view here of sunsets. And on the front of the house, that would be your sunrises. So really great. And you do get the sun on the back side of the house with the lanai for the majority of the day. So about noon on, actually before that, you're going to be having sun quite a bit in this particular model. So let's go over to this wing here. Okay. Heading over to the secondary bedrooms. All right. So remember, this is a 4-bedroom. Gives you some flexibility here. And in this one, they use this guest room as an office. Could be a fitness room, a hobby space. You make the decision. This is the one that's more at the front. So personally for me, I feel like this would be more of your office. If people walk through your front door, that was right over here. Right. And come on through. And you got yourself a home office. Not too shabby. And you do have dual closets. Doors, actually, I should say. They're right over here. I'm going to open up to this closet. Okay. So anyhow, that's what that looks like. It is carpeted on this one. Although you could go tile. And back to those big windows, letting in that nice sunrise. Picture that, or picture just sitting on that front porch watching that sunrise. I love that. I've got that in my house, and man, it does not get old. It never gets old. And as soon as that sun comes up, by the way, those birds start coming out of everywhere. And I don't know how familiar you are with the birds down here, but you get some of those blue cranes or blue herons or sandhill cranes flying around you early in the morning. And I swear those things used to be pterodactyls or something, but pretty cool sight to see nonetheless here. So anyhow, so we're back to this vanity style, which is sharp. It's got a nice color too, nice tone. Back to that quartz. And that quartz is similar to the one in the kitchen as well as the primary ensuite. And it has a really nice veins in it and just a nice like bluish tint that is, quite relaxing, to be honest with you. So, and then you've got your tub here. You gotta have a tub, right? For those pets or maybe kids, whatever you got, good for tubbing, right? So anyways, so you do have for guests or your office space a separate bathroom on this wing, right? And it is split, so you are separated from the primary suite, which is a great thing. Everybody enjoys it. And you're going to have people, if you haven't moved down here already, and people who already have, you already know this deal, you're going to have friends and family you didn't even know about that are going to be coming down here, and they're going to be vacationing with you. So you're going to want an extra bedroom or two. Just saying. Okay? It happens. It's the real. All right? You heard it first from me if you haven't heard it before. All right. So anyways, so here is bedroom 3 of 4. And very similar to the other, just in a bedroom setting. All right? So office space wise and everything, you do have those same dual closet doors, high ceilings, fan. All right. Now keep in mind, in these model homes, they're done to the nines. These are all upgraded, typically to the max, right? So you want to keep that in mind with these. All right. So there's your 2 other secondary bedrooms. Let's go to the last one. So this one has an ensuite that we'll get to momentarily. So here is the 4th and final bedroom. Again, options. Could be your hobby room. Could be your office here too. Could be a gym. You decide. That's the beauty of this. Recessed lighting, similar closet doors, and closet space. However, this one might go to your favorite person who's not in your primary because it has its very own bathroom. So you come through here, and here you go. Vanity. All right. This is, though, only a half bath. So this is 2.5 here. And that was the half. That's where we came from. And then we're popping back out this way. Oh, and before we proceed, this right here is your thermostat, which is excellent. You can control it from your phone. Okay, and it is an Alexa, so it will respond to you. And it's wonderful because you can set alerts to clean your property, like clean the filter in your furnace. You can set it to give you an alarm if the humidity went up for some reason. And you can just talk to it and tell it to put it at the temperature you want. Put it on your watch like I have. All those good things. So, all right, now as you enter, and don't worry, we'll get that sizzle factor with the lanai coming here shortly. As you enter through the garage, which happens to be right here in case you're wondering, all right, so it's a 2-car garage right here at Gracewater. And I'm going to get to the amenities about this property and community here shortly. But you do have a nice little bench and station here to put your keys, other things that you need when you're coming and going. Really nice touch. Also, coming back from the beach and things, you can go right to the washer and dryer room. Bang. So, and here's an extra sink. There you go. So always helpful with laundry. And you got a bit of a folding station on top of your washer and dryer. So, and then you can obviously keep any of your cleaning needs up here. Nice little window, little extra sunlight, never hurt. And this right here is gonna be your furnace door. So we'll leave no corner unturned for you. And they do have the train furnace. So, and home warranties are great. You get a full 1-year warranty and additional warranties when you buy new in here in Sarasota, Florida. Let's go check out this garage for the hobbyists and folks that just want to make sure they get a nice place to stow away their car and other additional items. So, as you know, here in Florida, we don't have basements. So you're coming from up north, that is not a thing here, but you do have the option for a Florida basement, which would be hanging shelving from the ceiling, which is very common down here. That's how we get our storage needs taken care of. So anyways, you see the nice flake here. All right, this is a nicely done poly floor. So, and they do have the cuts in here, so that way you avoid cracking. It's actually it's just in a lot of luxury homes, and excellent feature because it tends to do the trick. Do you have your utility box out here? Okay. So, all good things to note. Actually, I have a hatchway up there, just in case you're wondering. So, you get up there to your attic. So, sizzle factor, extra one, right? We are going to check that out, because you call it Gracewater for a reason, I hear. Because you get the grace of the water to check out. Man, I really like this great room. Lots of natural light. And just looking at it from a different vantage point here, right? Lots of natural light coming through. You got your living room, your dining room, your kitchen, and even some extra space over there that you use for additional reasons. Maybe you put the TV in the corner there and have it kicked out, and you can even have more seating over here. So, I mean, it really gets interesting with how you want to set up this floor plan. A lot of different options, right? So you can definitely have some gatherings here, no doubt. And another wonderful feature is opening that up right there. It's just a good flow of air and heading out into your lanai. All right. Just in case you wonder what Gracewater symbols look like, there you go. Pravada Homes, modern coastal inspired homes. So as you're looking at this beautiful view of this pool out here, I'll get to some of the highlights of Gracewater. So it is, as I mentioned, a gated community, which a lot of buyers want. The privacy, the peace of mind, it is a nice feature. I myself live in a gated community, and I highly recommend it. It just keeps people out of your community that shouldn't be there, and adds another layer of safety and security overall. So just really nice. Resort style amenities, so you can have a zero entry pool coming at you, and that's going to land here in June of 2026. That is going to be open. That's their open date currently. All right, so you're going to have that zero entry pool. It's like walking in at a beach, because you're kind of wondering, what does a zero entry pool, what does it exactly mean? So in case you're not apprised of that, that's what it is. You're walking in gradually, nice and easy, no big steps. So good for everybody. Then you have a clubhouse with cabanas, so it's always good for events. So if you like to have a very active community with a clubhouse, that's going to happen. So again, communities I've lived at, the clubhouse is a nice feature. Really brings everybody together. You have parties, festivities, clubs, everything. So really nice if you're looking for that active community. Pickleball courts, tennis courts. So they're going to have a lifestyle manager. So that's going to take care of a lot of your activities and needs. That's nice when you have somebody full-time just lining up things to do for you left and right and taking care of everything with the community. So, and always remember, be nice to that person. Sometimes they're doing a lot, and sometimes it seems like community members can maybe be a little extra to them. Don't. Be extra nice if you're going to be extra. Okay? So just throwing that one out there. It's going to help you and your community. So anyways, so you got that, and the HOA is only at $185, but I did get word once that clubhouse opens, it's going to go up to $200 and roughly $85. Still extremely cheap for the amenities. By the way, they're going to have a gym too. So for the amenities you're getting here, that is a very good price, extremely good price. So I just want to mention that, and if you've been looking around, you know what I'm talking about. So, and on a brand new community, that's like, I don't know any cheaper with those amenities, to be honest with you. So anyways, surrounding area highlights. So you're minutes from downtown, right? And you're positioned close, it's literally 3 miles, okay? So dining, arts, bayfront activities, and it's an easy hop, right? And look, you actually are minutes from the Sarasota and Bradenton airport. You can actually see a plane taking off. It's going to fly a little bit in the southerly direction of where we are currently, and I have them flying over my house, and I actually really enjoy it. It's nice to watch. You sit in your pool or jacuzzi, and you get to watch never-ending picture. And the same thing out here with the water. So all things to keep in mind. Sarasota beaches, which are obviously a major draw. We have the #1 beach in the U.S., Siesta Key, and it's very well known. And fun fact is, about 90% of people who come to Sarasota go to Siesta Key. That's just a big draw. They go there. So that's one of the main tourist activities that you have. All right. And for buyers who travel, like I mentioned, you do have the international, which is a great thing, and a lot of direct flights now over at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport. So now let's get back to checking out this really gorgeous lanai. You do have the sun deck here, so for all your sunny needs, you can put your chair in there and just chill. I kind of want to take my suit off and do that right now. Little lounge chairs. You might sit down for a second. Just give you an actual bird's eye view of what this looks like when you're doing your thing. So they do have a nice table over there. You have a good sized pool with the waterfall and step ups, right? And you still have room to put in maybe a fence if you have dogs. And there is a dog park that's going to go here as well. So, I mean, just about everything that you need this place has it. And for a very reasonable HOA fee, including having a manager, that's, for the price, that's amazing, okay? So anyways, so here you go. You do have shingles up on the roof. Nice coastal color. So it's great, you know, for retirees, for families coming down, second homes, investors, you name it. This is great. So everybody is good on this one. All right. It is not a 55 plus community. So this is open to all. 4 bedrooms, 1 story, 2.5 baths, 2,201 square feet, 2-car garage, open concept, main living, quartz countertops, high impact windows. You want to keep this one on your short list. All right. And this isn't going to be a monster community. They're only building so many. And actually the clubhouse from here, you can actually see the clubhouse from here, sorry about that, is right across the way. So literally you could walk over there, no problem, or hop in your golf cart, which a lot of people like to do. So anyways, signing off here. Gracewater. Thank you so much for hanging with us and following us on these tours. We really appreciate it. And please reach out with any questions. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that bell button so you don't miss any of these Sarasota home tours. Greater Sarasota, right? So, and bye for now.